In the late night glow of a distant campfire, groups of men huddled together, their expressions shadowed in the flickering light and the heavy weight of their discourse. Their words, if caught by the gentle wind, would narrate a tale of turbulence marking the twilight years of a once great kingdom. These were no ordinary days. They were the portent of epochs shifting, chronicled not just in the annals of time, but in the unseen changes of common men and the whispered fate of empires. Al-Mustafa, a sage of impressive repute, had gathered these men not merely for the sake of recounting tales. There was something in his countenance that spoke of foreboding, eyes rich with the silent understanding of centuries. It is said, he began, his voice clear yet somber, that when the twilight of nations approaches, signs emerge clearer than daybreak. His listeners were a varied collection, merchants with eyes dulled by economic uncertainties, scholars gripping onto old tomes like life rafts amidst philosophical hurricanes, and wanderers whose paths converged here in this liminal space. Al-Mustafa beckoned their attention with an eloquence born not from vanity, but necessity. In times such as these, he continued, leaning into his subject, the sky becomes the stage for seers and prophets, their numbers swelling to weave tales of fortunes and omens. In this chaos, the hawkers of souls and dreams rise, their voices echoing through the streets, mingling truth and travesty as one. A silence fell upon the group as each man absorbed this truth. The kingdom's decline was more than just an echo of military or monetary exhaustion. It was an erosion of spirit and clarity. Our lands have seen many such epochs, have they not? Questioned Malik, the merchant, seeking affirmation in their shared heritage. Al-Mustafa nodded, his thoughts trailing through histories untold, back to ancient scripts and the wisdom of long-since dust-ridden forebears. Indeed, as it was written by sages past, in lands where governments crumble, confusion reigns supreme. Mavericks and charlatans alike thrive, not with the intent of revival, but personal extent. Songs become discordant, yet sing they will, for in their chorus they bring distraction and turmoil. The quiet solitude of their gathering was pierced by Malik's inquisitive prodding. And what does this mean for us? For the people who traverse these lands, whose calloused hands build and destroy? It means, Al-Mustafa replied, his voice weighted with age-old truths, that in such epochs, falsehood often masks itself as fact. Devotion disguises as destruction, and the meaningful grows brittle under the guise of advancement. Heroes turn to dust, and wisdom drowns amidst empty braggadocio. Their reflection was not just on the fallibility of states, but on the resilience of those who outlived their remnants. In Al-Mustafa's words was a warning, but also a whisper of hope that the cycles of earth and man were much like seasons, transient yet recurring. As their meeting disbanded, each soul burdened yet enlightened by the evening's discourse, they departed with a renewed understanding of their place within the brittle fabric of humanity. Their steps carried them into the darkness, but not without the light cast by their own wisdom and history. Thus continued the silent march of time, yet within its shadow, the potential for renaissance, always awaiting its inevitable rebirth. For, as Al-Mustafa would later tell himself, it is only through our understanding of collapse that we may truly comprehend and embrace the ethos of rebuilding.